You know that gut-wrenching feeling when someone you trusted suddenly twists reality? They're losing control over you, and that's when their true colors explode. This isn't just drama, it's calculated mind games. You've felt it, haven't you? That slow burn of confusion, the self-doubt creeping in, wondering if you're the crazy one. They corner you, invalidate your feelings, and leave you drained. You try to reason, to explain, but it's like talking to a brick wall. Your energy gets sucked dry, your self-worth chipped away, all because someone can't handle losing their grip. This isn't fair. You deserve to understand what's happening and how to protect yourself. The pain is real, and it's time to stop the cycle. By the end of this video, you'll instantly recognize the 5 deadliest mind games toxic people play when they're losing control. You'll gain the unshakable clarity to disarm their tactics, protect your peace, and reclaim your power. Watch what happens when you turn their games against them. Point 1. The weaponization of guilt and obligation. When toxic people sense their influence waning, they instantly deploy guilt trips and remind you of favors to re-establish control. They try to make you feel perpetually indebted. This tactic preys on your empathy and sense of responsibility. Psychologically, it creates a powerful emotional bind, making you feel selfish or ungrateful if you assert boundaries. They want you trapped by emotional debt, not genuine connection. Imagine telling a friend you can't help them move again this weekend. Boom, they hit you with, "After everything I've done for you? Remember that time I stayed up late to listen to your problems?" Or, "I guess some people only care about themselves." Instantly, you feel a knot of shame, questioning your loyalty, even though you have your own commitments. Recognize that genuine help is freely given, not tallied. When guilt surfaces, simply state, "I appreciate what you've done, and I also need to prioritize my own commitments right now." Do not over-explain or apologize. Your time and energy are yours to manage. This insidious tactic often pairs with our next mind game, a direct assault on your perception of reality. Point 2. Gaslighting. Twisting your reality. Gaslighting is making you doubt your memory, perceptions, and even your sanity. They deny facts, twist conversations, and make you question your own experiences. This is huge. It erodes your self-trust, making you dependent on their version of events. Psychologically, it's a profound form of manipulation that can lead to severe anxiety, depression, and a complete loss of personal agency. They want you disoriented, easier to control. You confront a toxic partner about a hurtful comment they made. They instantly retort, "I never said that. You're imagining things. You're always so dramatic." Or, "Why do you always twist my words? That's not what happened at all. Your memory is terrible." You start to replay the conversation, wondering if you misheard, if you misremembered. You feel crazy. Trust your gut. Keep notes if necessary. When you hear blatant denials, internally tell yourself, "I know what I experienced." Do not engage in endless debates about reality. State your truth calmly. "I remember it differently," and disengage. Seek external validation from trusted friends or journaling if you need to ground yourself. Once they've warped your perception, their next move is often to isolate you, cutting off your support system. Point 3. Isolation and divide and conquer. Toxic individuals, when losing their grip, will try to isolate you from friends, family, or other support systems, making themselves your only source of connection. Listen. This is a classic control strategy. By separating you from others, they eliminate external perspectives that might challenge their narrative or offer you support. Psychologically, isolation makes you more vulnerable, more reliant on them, and less likely to leave. They become your entire world. You make plans with a new friend. Your toxic loved one suddenly has an emergency or expresses hurt, saying, "I thought we were spending time together. You always prioritize others over me." Or they subtly badmouth your friends, planting seeds of doubt. Are you sure they have your best interests at heart? They might even spread rumors about you to your support system, turning others against you. Actively maintain your external relationships. Schedule regular check-ins with trusted people. Don't let anyone dictate who you can or cannot see. If someone tries to badmouth your friends, change the subject or state, "I value my relationships, and I won't discuss others negatively." Recognize attempts to create division as a red flag. When isolation fails, they might resort to a more direct, yet still manipulative form of attack: projection. Point 4. Projection. Blaming you for their flaws. Projection is when toxic people accuse you of having the very negative traits or intentions that they secretly possess or fear in themselves. Here's the thing, this deflects their own insecurities and unacceptable behaviors onto you, avoiding accountability. Psychologically, it's a defense mechanism, but for you, it's incredibly damaging as you're left defending yourself against accusations that aren't yours. They want you busy defending, not confronting. A toxic coworker who consistently gossips and undermines others suddenly accuses you of being two-faced or untrustworthy when you start getting more recognition. Or a partner who avoids responsibility for their actions frequently calls you irresponsible and blames you for problems they caused. You're left thinking, wait, I'm the one doing that? Instantly recognize projection for what it is. When someone launches an unfounded accusation, observe their own behavior for that exact trait. Respond calmly. That's not accurate and I won't accept that label. Do not absorb their negativity. Remember, their accusations reflect their inner world, not yours. Create distance from these baseless attacks. And finally, when all else fails, they often pull out their ultimate weapon: emotional blackmail and victimhood. Point 5. Emotional blackmail and playing the victim. This is the ultimate power play. When truly losing control, they resort to threats, ultimatums, or dramatic displays of victimhood to coerce compliance and regain sympathy. This creates immense pressure and emotional distress. Psychologically, playing the victim makes you feel guilty for their suffering, compelling you to fix things or concede. Emotional blackmail uses fear, obligation, and guilt to force your hand. They want to control you through your compassion or fear. You tell a toxic family member you're setting a boundary. They respond with, if you do that, I don't know how I'll cope. My health is already so bad because of all the stress you cause. Or, fine, just leave me alone then. I guess I'll just be miserable by myself. They might even threaten to harm themselves or others emotionally, leaving you paralyzed by fear. Recognize these as manipulative attempts, not genuine expressions of helplessness. When faced with emotional blackmail, refuse to engage with the threat. State your boundary clearly and then disengage from the conversation. If they play the victim, acknowledge their feelings without taking responsibility. I understand you're upset, but my boundary stands. Do not negotiate with threats or guilt. If safety is a concern, seek professional help. You now have the insights to spot the 5 deadliest mind games. Remember, guilt is a tactic, not a true debt. Gaslighting distorts reality. Trust your own perception. Isolation cuts off your strength. Nurture your support system. Projection reveals their flaws, not yours. Don't absorb their accusations. And emotional blackmail is a manipulative demand, not a plea for help. You have the tools to identify these patterns, protect your energy, and dismantle their attempts to control you. You are empowered to reclaim your peace and stand firm against manipulation. Now, here's what you do. Pick one of these 5 tactics you've experienced most recently. Focus on identifying it in real time. Just one. That's your first step to reclaiming power. Hit subscribe right now for more brutal truths and actionable strategies to navigate complex human dynamics. And tell me in the comments below, which of these mind games have you seen play out most often? Your experience helps others realize they're not alone.